All right, so we're going to start off with just some really just nice and relaxing kind of stuff here with no, well, there. I tried to play around with my camera angle to see what would work out well for you guys. So, let me know. I feel like it's a moving target how I sit every time, but there we go. All right, so I want to start off with just some nice relaxing full plant stuff. Okay, so I've got my thumb on my sixth string, and then index finger on my third, middle finger on my second string, and then ring finger on my first. And just like we did last week, I think we did this last week. Just like that, okay? So 6, 3, 2, 1 are the strings I'm playing. 6, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice and relaxed. But I don't know if you guys remember last week I talked about watching your hand. So now I'm going to stare at my hand while I do that. And one more time. Now I'm going to move my thumb to my fourth string, okay? And just keep watching. It's just giving your hand a chance to warm up here. Okay, let's try the fourth string now. So I've got my thumb on my fourth string. Okay, and now move your thumb back up to that sixth string. I used to do, you know what? Something that I used to do to get the feel of where my fingers need to go is just this. I would go like this. Sixth string, fourth string, sixth string, fourth string, and watch my thumb and moving to the fifth string just to see how far it has to move. And it really helped me. When I'm learning something, I like to hear it, I like to see it, I like to do it. Like I like to connect all those different ways of learning for myself. So I would sit there and watch my thumb to see how far it had to go and what it felt like. And that helped me so much. I just remembered that just now. So there you go. Take that and do as you wish with it. But I also realize that I tend to obsess over things and I get really focused on doing different little things. So okay, so we've got the picking hand moving a little bit. Okay, let's get the fretting hand moving a little bit. And let's just do one of my favorites, the minor natural scale. Okay, so that's, and I'm just going to pick with my pointer finger, nothing fancy. I'm going to play my first string open, and I'm going to pluck it 4 times, okay? And then I'm going to go to my second fret of that first string. And then to my third fret. And then my fifth fret. Now to 7. Next one coming up is 8. Here we go to 8. Okay, and now to 10. And then to 12. And then we'll go back down to 10. Ready? Here we go, 10. Okay, here comes 8. And then to 7. Next up is 5. And then 3. And then 2. And then open. So I just realized as I observe things about myself, I tend to do that a lot. Like, oh, how are you holding your hand? What are you doing, right? I was plucking with my pointer finger, and I know I was trying to demonstrate that I was just plucking with my pointer finger, so I had my other fingers sucked up like that, right? And then I started to clench. And I thought, what are you doing, Tina? Because that's all opposite to how I like to play. So I'm just going to talk about that for a second. And I think the reason why that was happening was because I was trying to demonstrate that you can do this just with one finger. You don't need to do fancy picking patterns. or extra fingers if you're not ready. But if you're plucking with just one finger, make sure you don't contract your hand real hard. Okay, you want to try to keep yourself relaxed if you possibly can. That's a good idea. I was just asked to call out the names of those notes too, and I think that's a really good idea. Okay, so I'm going to do that again, and I'm not going to make a little clenched up fist with my finger. Okay, I'm going to relax, and in fact, to make sure I stay relaxed, I'm going to pluck with my thumb. And I like the idea of calling out those note names. Okay, so let's do it again. So your first string open is an E. We'll do 4 times on that. Okay, here we go. Okay, second fret is an F sharp. Okay, now we're going up to that third fret, which is a G. Okay, fifth fret is an A up on the 5 here. Okay, next up is 7th fret, which is a B. Here comes 8th fret, which is a C. 10th fret is a D. 12th fret is an E. Okay, come on back down to 10th fret for D. Now 8th fret for C. 7th fret for B. 5th fret for A. 3rd fret for G. 2nd fret for F sharp. Open for E. Yeah, right on, right on. Okay, so something to keep in mind, when you hit the 12th fret on your guitar, the notes start over again. Okay, so whatever the open string name is, in this case an E, when you hit that 12th fret, it's an E again. Everything starts all over again, just like it does on the ukulele. So there we go. All right, sip of coffee, and then we're going to play some romance. And I've got extra stuff written down. Is that a different mug? You had a white mug before, Julie. Have you got like water and coffee, or just like 2 coffees? I'm assuming it's a water and a coffee. I don't know. I finished my coffee. Now I'm drinking tea. Yeah, right on, Julie. That's what I do too. I just liquid after liquid. I love drinks. I think they're fun. All right. So I'm going to just do a quick little check over here on YouTube. I know last week, my son was communicating with me via the live stream, so I've got to check and make sure, but I think he's still sleeping actually. All right. So what we're going to do is do a quick review of just the notes. Now what I've done is I've written down on here the frets that we played for romance from last week, and also highlighted the first of each group of 3 with a purple, so that we remember that we can hit that 6th string open. That's where we're going to pinch. After each note, we're going to play 2nd string open, 3rd string open. Okay, so what we'll do though first is just play the melody, okay, and then I'll go back through again and I'll add in 2nd and 3rd string open, okay, and then the 3rd time I'm going to add in that pinch on the 6th string open, right? So we'll review all those levels. Then what we're going to do is add in some extra stuff, and I know that there's a glare right there. I can tell you what's being played right there is that it's the same thing again. I fiddled and fiddled with my whiteboard. This was as best as I could do. So there we go. You should have seen me scrabbling around here, drinking coffee, moving whiteboards. Boy. Okay, so I'm going up onto my 7th fret, which we know now is a B. And I'm going to play it with my ring finger because I know what's coming, that I'll be playing the open strings afterwards and all that. play with whatever finger you want, just not your thumb. Okay, so we'll go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. Okay, on the 7, 7, 7, 7. Next group, so that's 7, 5, 3. So 7, 5, and now to 3. Next group, 3, 2, 0. Here we go. 3, 2, 0. Transitional bar is 0, 3, 7. 0, 3, 7. Okay, now we're on the next line with the 12s. Here we go. 12, 12, 12, and now 12, 10, 8. 12, 10, 8. Okay, 7, 5, 3. 7, 5, 3, 3, 2, 0. 3, 2, 0. Okay, now I've got my thumb just resting here right now when I'm playing just the melody, and I'm doing that for 2 reasons. The big one, honestly, is that all my strings ring out, right? So I'm just touching them, and you guys might notice that with your guitars too, is that when you play one note, one string, you hear the other ones ring out. So I'm just touching those bass notes to keep them from ringing out. That's really the big thing I'm doing there. The other thing I'm doing is just supporting my hand a tiny bit so that I don't have any sort of tipping or anything with my hand. Normally I can just sit and pluck like that, but I keep getting that buzz too, that ringing out, so that's why I'm doing that. Okay, let's go back through, and we're going to add in string 2 open, string 3 open after each one. Now, in terms of playing that, you can do it all with one finger if you want, right? Let me just do a quick review of that. So you can play with your pointer finger, and then 2nd string open, 3rd string, just like that if you want. Or maybe you want to use your middle finger on that 1st string and have one finger dedicated to the melody that way and one to the opens. Or maybe you want to go for it and have your ring finger on the 1st string, and then the other 2 fingers are dedicated to an open string, whichever way works for you. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to play that all again, just with those opens. Okay, here we go on the 7th fret. Now it's going to be slow, like 7, open, open, that speed. Okay, here we go. 7, 7. Okay, next group, 7, 5, 3 to 5 to 3. Next group, 3, 2, 0. Transitional bar 0, 3, 7. Okay, up on that 12th fret. Twelve, 10, 8. Here comes your 10. And then your 8. Okay, now 7, 5, 3. Here comes your 5. And your 3. 3, 2, 0. Now we're going to go through again. And on the first of each group of 3, we're going to do a pinch on that 6th string. Okay, so just going to warm yourself up into that. And just do a pinch on your 1st string and your 6th string a few times with whatever finger you're comfortable using on that 1st string. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's do this thing. Okay, so now we're back on the 7th fret. I'm going to play strings 2 and 3 open and do a pinch of the 6th string on each group of 3. Here we go. Okay, now we're on the 7-5-3, so pinch, then to 5, and then to 3, 3-2-0, so pinch on 3, now 2, open, transitional bar, so pinch on the open, 3, up to 7. Okay, here we go up to the 12th fret, pinch on 12, okay, 12, 10, 8, so pinch on 12, 10, then 8, okay, so 7-5-3, so pinch on 7, 5, 3, 3-2-0, so pinch on 3, 2, open, and then to make it sound fun, I'll just hit the 6th string open. Oh. Okay, how did that feel? Were you guys able to follow along with that? Get the yeah, right on. Okay, now we gotta level it up. Have a sip of coffee or tea, whatever you got. Okay. Cheers. Cheers to Saturday. All right. So I know both you guys play ukulele. Think about this as being like your ukulele E7. Doreen's used to playing guitar with chords, so she might think about it as B7. Okay. So in terms of that, though, what I'm going to do, what I did actually was I just drew out the 3 lines of tablature that we're going to deal with to start. Okay, because I just didn't have time actually to draw out all the lines. And I thought, well, we're just working on those 2 for right now. So what I'm doing to get this going is I have my ring finger on fret 2, string 1, middle finger, fret 2, string 3. There's going to be a bass note coming, so I'm using those 2 fingers to anchor me. Okay, and then the pattern is going to be the same as before, right? We've got everything divided into groups of 3, and as I said before that, I know it's reflective right there, but it's just the same thing. It's just 202. So you've got a bar of the 202, and then here you play on the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, back to the 2nd fret. So what it's going to sound like is, so there I am, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret. So it's an addition to that melody. Now again with the 2. And I'm just putting my baby finger on the 3rd fret and then lifting it, going back to the 2nd fret. Okay, so 2nd string is still open, but we got the 2nd fret on the 3rd string now. So that's pattern's pretty close to what we did before. So let's play through that just a couple times, and you'll see I wrote down over here. I just put my 6th string open there. There's going to be more coming here though. There's always more. Okay, but a chunk at a time. I'm avoiding all the bar chords right now. Like I know we talked about working a little bit on bar chord technique. We'll do that, but we're just going to add all the extras in that don't use bar chords yet. All right, so let's play this part here. So we're lined up with our fingers. Okay, so 202 here. Okay, that's our speed. Ready? Here we go. 202, and again. Now we're at the spot where the light is. Okay, now 2. I stretch with my baby finger to that 3rd fret, back to 2. And then 6th string open. Boom. Now, that stretch with the baby finger can feel not so nice. Depends on how comfortable you are with stretching. If this fingering doesn't work for you, it's not the end of the world to change it. Okay. all that'll happen if you use this fingering is that the bass note that we've got coming will be trickier to get at, right? That's all. But it's not, it's what fingering works for you, because we're all different people, right? And everyone's got, I know, like my hand's got problems. Some days I can play songs that are stretchier than others, right? So you'll find what works for you. Now, something that does work for me though, with getting to that baby finger, if I have my ring finger as close to the fret as I can get it, then I can kind of see how I drop my hand. Really, it's like I'm hanging on my middle finger. When I do that, you know what I remember? A Barrel of Monkeys. The Barrel of Monkeys game, you just like, whoop, go like that. You don't have to keep your finger down on the second fret there if it's not comfortable. You can let go. Yeah, Barrel of Monkeys. And I think in Toy Story, the Barrel of Monkeys became some sort of army of monkeys, seems to me. All right, let's focus now. We're going to play this whole thing, okay, right from the very beginning now. And when we hit the 3, 2, open here, that's your chance to prepare your fingers for this, okay? So when I say that, I'm going to play this bar here, 3, 2, open. And I'm going to throw in the 6th string there. And when I hit the open, see how I get my fingers just hovering over where they need to go? And then I drop them. Okay, so when we get, let's just practice that right now together. 3, 2, 0, and then we'll hover and drop. Okay, here we go on the 3. Here we go. 3. Okay, down to the 2nd fret. Now when we hit the open, lift up your fingers and prepare to drop them. Did that make sense? Like, yeah? Okay. Let's do it one more time, and then we'll play the whole song. Okay, 3, 2, 0. We'll do it's like step aerobics right now. Okay, here we go on the 3. Down to 2. Now the open, and when you do the open, hover those fingers and drop them. We'll play this part. Now we're doing the 2, 3, 2 part. 2, 3, 2, and then just hit your open. All right, so the big thing is anytime you have opens like that can help you prepare for the next section, super handy to use it, right? And that's where I watch my fingers. And if you say, I can't drop them at the same time, well, you don't have to. Drop that guy first because you play that guy first. Right? Drop them in steps. That's often what I do. Okay, so it's not cheating. It's making the most effective use of the notes as you possibly can. Nothing's cheating. It's just working with your finger picking skills and ways that make the most effective use of the melody. Okay, let's start here on our B, the 7th fret. 1, and I'll count us in on 1, 2, 3, and that'll be our 7/0/0. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Pinch. Okay, here comes the 7/5/3 now. So pinch on 7, then to 5 for your A, yeah, then 3, 3, 2, 0. So pinch on 3, now to 2, now to open. Okay, transitional bar with these 0, 3, 7. So pinch on open, 3, 7. Okay, up to the 12th fret, so pinch on 12. Okay, now 12, 10, 8, so pinch on 12. Okay, here comes your 10. And your 8. 7, 5, 3, so pinch on 7, into 5, 3. Okay, here comes 3, 2, 0, pinch on 3, 2, and now when we hit that open, we're going to prepare our fingers. Okay, drop on the 202. Now we're going to do 2, 3, 2, so 202, 302, 202, open, boom. Huh. Okay, how did that go? I'm gonna have a little coffee sip here, and you guys let me know if you're able to do that, like the hover and drop kind of thing. If it made sense to prepare the fingers. That's the thing. Yeah, I see some nodding. Cheers to that. Cheers to just being, you take your time and think about where you need to move your fingers, and it just keeps you calmer, right? You just slowly walk through a song. Okay. We have to add in the next section. It sounds scarier when I say it like that, but it actually is. We're going to add in more. Okay, so what we're going to do before we hit that open now is we're just going to slowly, I'm going to keep it all written on here, but this is going to be our other section to add. Okay, play fret 2, string 4. Just play that with your thumb. Okay. And then bunny hop to fret 2, string 5. And just play that with your thumb. Okay. Now practice moving. Go back to fret 2, string 4, and play that. And then fret 2, string 5. Then fret 3, string 6, and play that with your thumb. Okay. Then hit that 6th string open. All with your thumb. Yeah. Okay. So that is outlining an E minor chord with your thumb. Okay. So that's it. E minor is the voicing there. Okay. This whole section here uses the harmony of a B7 chord all the way along here. Okay. So what I like to do at the end of this song, and this is where you guys can decide how you want to end your song, but if I play that 2nd fret, 4th string, I'm going to play those notes and then I'll show you what I do to add to it. So I've got 2nd fret, 4th string, 5th string, 2nd fret, 6th string, 3rd fret. Sounds kind of cool, right? Like just slowly, just descending. Oh, okay. Now try adding in this, all the opens. Back to that same 6th string open. I mean, we've got these beautiful, lush low tones on our guitars. Let's use them, right? So let's do that again. Let's just play around with that. So we're just adding in all the opens like this, right? Right. So we're just pinching, but we're fretting a lot of different notes here. So I'll turn this way. So I'm going to play my 4th string, fret 2, and I'm going to hit O, O, O. Okay, here we go. Pinch, 2nd string open, 3rd string open. Bunny hop to your 5th string, 2nd fret. Pinch now with your thumb on that 5th string, and then the opens. And now your 3rd fret, string 6, and the pinch. And then 6th string open. Now I'm going to play that line so you can hear it all put together with that. Okay. Oh, I did a pinch at the end. I didn't just play my 6th string open. You hear that? Pinch or play open, whatever. I don't play it the same way every time, right? So you decide how you want to do it. Okay, let me play that one more time and you guys join me, okay? We'll go nice and slow. The speed will be like this. Okay, so that we have time to get to here comfortably, okay? So on the, right over here at the beginning of our B7 section, nice and slow. Here we go with all the 2s, right? 2, one more. Now we're at the 2, 3, 2 part here. 3rd fret, back to 2. Now I'm going to bunny hop my finger to string 4, fret 2, string 5, fret 2, string 6, fret 3, string 6 open, or pinch. This ending, I love the sound of it. You know, I feel like there's a lot of tension that's been built up in this flow that happens through the first part of the song. And then when you get down here, I feel it's just this beautiful release, you know, and the stepping down as we outline that E minor chord. I think it sounds so pretty.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
I'm not sure which strings you're hitting when you go on to the E minor part.
Oh, which opens I'm hitting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's just these guys here. String 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. So I'm going to turn my hand this way. I'm going to sit in front of it just so you can watch what I'm doing here. You'll see, as you get comfortable with it, you might walk your fingers. Watch my fretting hand. See how I just slowly move forward? Like I didn't bunny hop there. I just used whatever finger felt right. Okay, whatever one felt comfortable. But you can hop those guys like that. It's our minds all work a little different. It's whatever keeps you going and keeps the flow of the song. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to have a sip of coffee and you guys practice this and let me know if you have any other questions, because part of it right now is just getting comfortable with it, you know, and then you'll see if any questions arise. And if you say to yourself, okay, well, I got that. That seems pretty straightforward. What about the bass note there? Okay, well, it's another 2. You play a string, skip a string, play a string, skip a string is what you really do there. Okay, so there's my 4th string, which I don't play, and my 5th string, which I do. So I do a pinch right there. Oh, that's badly drawn, but at least it stands out. And then the same thing happens here. So that is not a complete B7 chord, but it gets the job done for finger picking in here. Okay. So then it looks like this to get everything lined up for finger picking. So I play a string, skip a string, play a string, skip a string, play a string. And it sounds so cool. And that's where I like to use these two fingers so that when I'm ready, I can put that one down. But there was a long time I played this song without that bass note, you know, and I added it in when I was ready. Okay, so now it's going to sound like this. Try getting your fingers all lined up there. Okay, and then we're going to pinch on the 5th string. Okay, here, just on this part here, we'll just practice this new part. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pinch on the 5th string. Okay, and now another pinch there. Hit your 3rd fret however you can there. Back to the 2nd fret. Okay, and now I'm going to put a finger on the string 4, fret 2, and play strings pinch with 1, then 2, 3, and now bunny hop to that 2nd fret of the 5th string, pinch again. 3rd fret of the 6th string, pinch again. 2nd string open. If the pinch part, if you're not getting that pinch part yet, don't worry about it. Just play and add in those opens when you feel ready, or to add variety. So the way I'm showing this song to you guys is the way I learned how to play it. I did not add in all the opens to start. I had just my bass notes. And then when I felt ready, I added in more. You know, and I think it gave me made the song really enjoyable without being super stressful, right? Because it doesn't need to be a big stress fest. We got enough stress, we don't need any extra. All right, let's play this whole thing one more time, and then we're just going to do something different. All right, one more time. Here we go, right from the very beginning. I'll try to keep nice and slow. Add in what you want to on the bottom line. Here we go on the 7th fret. Here we go. Okay, no 7, 5, 3. Now 3, 2, 0. Oh, 3, 7. Now we're on the 12s. Here we go. So pinch. 12, 10, 8. So okay, 7, 5, 3. Three, 2, 0. And when I hit that open, I'm going to use that as a chance to hover my fingers. Now I'm going to take a second here. I'm going to line up my fingers. I'm going to wait until you guys are ready. Got your fingers ready? Okay, here we go. Pinch on the 5th if you got that finger laid down. Now we're on the 2, 3, 2. I'm going to play this ending 2 ways. I'm just going to hit the notes to begin. 2, 2. 3. Oh, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to do that with a little pinchy thing. Ready? So back on the 2 on your 4th string, 2 on the 5th string, 3 on the 6th string. Oh, I always have to sing with my guitar. What am I doing, man? It's like I can't stop. All right, be good. I'm like singing and chattering away to myself constantly these days. Oh, I knew I spent too much time down here when I started talking to my whiteboards too. Oh, it's okay. Everything down here is my coworker. That's what it is. Now, I just realized I need to just turn and take a look at this live stream and make sure basically that my son doesn't have any questions for me is what it amounts to. Let's see. Nope, looks like he's good. Oh boy. All right, so what time are we at now? 9:46. Okay, so all those notes there. What I want you guys to do right now is I'm going to play just a chord, and what I want you to do is play around with the melody notes. Whatever you play is going to be fine because you're also soloing. You're going to solo a little bit by yourself right now. It doesn't matter what you play. I'm going to hit just an E minor chord. And maybe you find a chunk of that scale that we did before. I'll write it right down here too, so you got all the notes sitting there. Find a chunk of the scale that you like to play and just play the notes and have fun. So 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. Okay, there they are. Not nicely written, mind you, but you know, when you're twisted sideways, yeah, well, printing sometimes works out. Having the steel strings so close, place. Okay, so when you're placing those fingers, I know when I play my steel string, I tend to have to bring down my fingers a little bit. Like I know right now, I'm kind of approaching it this way, right? Bringing my hand down like that. Oh, on the left hand. Tippy toes. You're going to have your fingers probably up good and high on your tippy toes there. Is it this one here that's causing the issues? The 202? Yep, that used to happen to me a lot too. So the other thing I would do, oh, and you've got a smaller size steel string. Yeah, okay. My first tip for you is you play 202 and then lift up that finger a little bit or tip it forward. I used to tip them, actually, thinking about that. Let's see. Yeah, I tip my fingers this way a little bit because I've got chunky little fingers. So I lay them down on the fingertips and then just roll it that way a little tiny bit. That is what helped me a lot because you can see, oh, I got that shadow. It's this part of my finger that touches that second string, and it's probably yours too, right? So yeah, the tipping helps me a lot.
Okay.
If you've still got that fret buzz, even with that, then, or that ringing out, sorry, that muting of the second string. Do you see how I'm lifting up that finger and putting it down just a second before I play it? Oh yeah. That can be handy too. Okay, there's all these little things that I you'll watch someone's fingers and you'll be like, why are they fidgeting so much while they're playing? That might be why, right? To accommodate your finger size. Play around with that, and see if that works. All right, now you guys, whatever you play on this scale is going to be just absolutely spectacular. Just play around. When I say that, I mean hit repeated notes. Whatever you want to play. Just relax with it. Have fun with it. Okay, and I'm just going to play, let's see, bum, bum. You know what? No, I'll keep it easier. There's your rhythm. And if you say, oh, I don't want to solo, I just want to play an E minor chord with me, strings are 6th string open, 2nd fret on the 5th string, 2nd fret on the 4th, and strings 3, 2, 1 open. And I'm just going to stay on this chord so you know what to expect harmonically, and just play around with that scale. If you're not sure what to do, sometimes if you hit like a fretted note and then a bunch of the 1st string open, that sounds cool, like 8-0-0-0, 7-0-0-0. You kind of start channeling a little bit of Iron Maiden there when you do that. I've been going to these guitar workshops where I feel like it's changed my approach to playing, and slowly changing my approach to teaching, and also validating a lot of what I do as a teacher. So it's been really fun. But one of the things that I've gotten out of it is basically when you're learning to solo, just sit on one chord for a lot longer. You know, I tend to get busy with my chord progressions. I'm trying to just bring it down to something that's easier to listen to. But I am going to bunny hop to another chord right now, and it's going to be an A sus2, and all that happens is both my fingers move down 1 fret. Okay, sorry, 1 string. So now it's 0-0-2-2-0-0. It's kind of cool, right? Just got a little bit of tension. Okay, I'm going to change back, but those notes that you guys are playing works out fine with either one. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to stop now. So, did you play around with the scale? Did you find any parts that you liked to do repeated notes on and stuff? It takes a little bit to get comfortable with it, but that sort of stuff where you just sit, just play. I mean, this is the glory of Zoom too, is that you're muted, so it gives you a certain sense of freedom, right? Like you can just relax, you know. And I can tell you, I know that whatever you played was absolutely perfect. So there. Guys, I'm gonna go unless you have any questions for me. And I'm going on a field trip today to Kelowna. It's Damon, my husband, he has to work in Kelowna, so we're gonna go together. Yeah, so it's kind of exciting. I haven't gone there for so long. So I'm gonna stop the live stream. So